Alright guys, what we have here is a how to fix a common problem with Foamposites, pros or ones. This just happens to be on my Foamposite Pearls. It's notorious squeak of the sneaker. Everybody knows about this, sure happened to most of you guys already. Right here. One thing you can tell is well, it's the worst thing that could possibly happen to sneakers, is having squeaky sneakers. So I've come up with a remedy to actually get rid of the sound. I actually fixed my other one already, my other sneaker that came with this. It was the front here and also the back here. I didn't videotape it because I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, and because it did work, and I just realized that these have squeaks because the other one don't squeak anymore. So I have a squeak right here. I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. You're going to need three things. Well, four, but you're going to be utilizing three. There's premium waterproof silicone or any type of rubber cement. I like this one. It comes in clear because we have a clear bottom, so that only makes sense also. Also need what's called a flavor injector. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. It says $2.99 here, but I got it, I believe it's $5.99 in stores now. It's just a big syringe, that's all it is. Show you what it looks like out inside. It's that big syringe. Drop the injector. This is the injector. Goes right at the end of this. Squeeze on, twist. Good to go. Looks like a huge needle. I would not want to be pricked with this. It's what's used to marinate turkeys, any types of meats. Alright. What you want to do is cut this at an angle. There's two holes on this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if I can get a better view. See how it comes with two holes on it? Alright, we want to make it one hole. Well, two holes is fine, but we're going to make it one hole just because I want to make it as sharp as possible. Alright. And third, it's a little small little screwdriver or anything that's for like eyeglasses. Try to make it smaller than the actual syringe. Alright. So what we're going to do is first, I want to cut the syringe in the bias just so you can have a true slant of a really pointy sharp edge. It'll look somewhat like that. I'm sure you can make a cleaner look, but I'm sort of in a rush. Alright, just so that when you do put it into the sneaker, it's like like I said, like an actual syringe. It goes in right just like that. If I stick myself with it. Alright, so what you want to do is fill this up with, if you're looking by this, it's just about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch per squeaky area of the sneaker. I had two in my last one, and I have one here, so I'm going to use about 3/4 or close to a tablespoon. By the way, the silicone's only about $4 to $5 at Home Depot. Just squeeze it right in. You might not reach the bottom. See, it's up there. Just go right ahead. Push to the bottom. Throw the air out. I used a lot more than I needed, but I really don't expect to use this again, so whatever I don't use it, just throw out. As an example, what it's going to look like coming out. There it is at the end. See it? Just have that ready to go. this. Now, ready to proceed. What I like to do is find the actual, what I call the epicenter, or the very middle of the squeak. So just feel around, try to get the squeak to come out. Seems to be just about right in there. Alright. What's making it squeak is a separation in that area right here between the actual rubber sole and the bottom of the actual sneaker. So that's what you hear when you hear squeak. There's no pop bubble inside, whatever you want to call it. It's just a separation, and I'll show you how I know in a sec. Alright, so what I want to do is take the active screwdriver. I'm going to make a real small, make a small little hole. I try to make it in the indents, obviously, so that you don't really see it, and also just because you don't want to do it out here, because there's more rubber to get through. So in the indents, a smaller, less rubber, cleaner hole. So what you want to do is, I'm going to put a hole right in here. You don't want to go too deep. Go at an angle. I don't know if you can see it, so I get a better shot. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the actual screwdriver coming in. Let's see. See it coming out the other side? See that? Right now I'm in between. That's exactly where I want to be. And see how I can move freely in and out? That's because that's a separation right there. There's nothing holding it in. That's what's squeaking. See that? If I go too deep, left or right, I'll hit it. I'll finally stop. That's where there's no separation. There's actual glue there. So that's what you're trying to avoid, is making a separation. So you want to keep the glue so don't go too far. Alright, now that I have a hole to work with, take that back out. You're done with this. Now what you're going to do with the syringe, let's get that piece out. So it looks like that, just like a syringe in a doctor's office. Use that very tip, just like this. Find that hole you just made. It should be smaller, just because the rubber is going to stretch, obviously, because it's rubber. So get right in there. And there I am. See that? Just I wouldn't say squeeze away, but it's gonna be a little tough. So I always say start as far as you can until it stops. See, I'm all the way up to here. Now you guys see it? See that? And just start squeezing farthest end first. And just come, work your way around. Just it might be a little tough because this is plastic, but work your way around. See that? You want to fill in everywhere that's actually, that you can actually get to. Alright. So just bear with me while I fix a little bit. It's a little tough to get in. Squeezing thick silicone into a really thin tube. Sometimes it takes 2 hands to actually do it. You might not know if it's coming out. You can use these little niches on the sides, the tablespoon niche, so you can watch it go in. Little by little it shrinks. Little by little. It's not a race. You're gonna have to let it sit for at least 8 hours anyway. See, it's squeezing back out a little bit. You're right back in there. Whatever you didn't hit yet. you guys need a reference, it's pretty much Botox for sneakers. There you go. Just put just about 1 tablespoon. It doesn't gotta get crazy. Now, so if you can see, there's like a sort of like a little lump coming up, a little bump. That's a little mixture between the silicone that's in there and you stretching out the rubber from actually getting in there. It's my second time doing it, so it's a little more cleaner this time. First time there was silicone everywhere, just because I had no clue what I was doing. So just gently massage it around. You want to try to, move the silicone into the areas where it just you didn't even get a chance to hit. So whatever oozes back out, just wipe it up. You can already tell there's no at this point there's no squeak whatsoever. That's because the air pocket that's filling in between, it's pretty much gone and filled with silicone. What's good about this silicone is that if you can see the packaging, it says it's waterproof, so that little hole is not going to make a problem. It's flexible, so you can walk. It's right on the ball of my toe, so ball of my foot on my feet, so I'll still be able to walk and it won't crack. So it says shrink and slash proof. So there's a win-win with this. This is the window, door, attic slash basement silicone. There's a few other ones. The only difference I noticed is that it says clear as opposed to the bathroom one, which is white. Obviously you want the clear because you have clear bottoms. You want a white gunk underneath your sole. In between that you can see. So right now, at this point, you're done. I don't see a hole. You might see a little residue of silicone in between the groove where you just put it in. You can wipe it. I like to leave it just so it has like a little more of a barrier from that area where I just pierced. Other than that, you're good to go. Let it sit for about, it says 3 hours for rain ready. It says 24 hours to fully cure. I did mine, and after about 8 hours, I wore it. I walked around it. I just wanted to make sure it didn't cure without being where I want it to be. So if you walk around in it, it'll move a little bit. It'll be hard enough that it's not as liquidy, but it'll still be soft enough that you can still mold it. So you don't want any hard bumps in that one spot where you put too much in one area. Other than that, you're good to go. Hope you enjoy this tutorial. I hope this is a big fix for everybody else, because I was so close to throwing these out or just leaving them in my closet because I can't stand the squeak for my life. Like I said, hope this helps people. Hit me back up, Fred Dukes, YouTube. Let me know if this helped you or not. Alright?